This is an experiment to detect the color and monitor the detected color in ThingSpeak using ESP8266. And the detailed experiment I have done in another video, and the link of that experiment is shared in the description box. So you can watch that video. So you will come to know that how to connect the color sorter to Node MCU and how to write the program. So in this video, I'll just explain what is this color sorter and what is there in the color sorter or inside it to detect the different colors. Okay. So here I have taken the color sorter IC, that is TCS3200. It is a sensor module, color sensor module, and it detects and measures the different colors. So it uses array of photodiodes. It has got a number of photodiodes inside it with the red filter, green filter, blue filter, and clear filter. So what are these filters? I'll explain now. There is red filter inside this color sorter. What it will do, it allows only the red wavelengths to pass through, and it blocks green wavelength of light and blue wavelengths. It allows only the red light to pass through it. So this is a red filter. So inside this, there is red filter. And what is green filter? It allows only green wavelengths to pass through, and it blocks red and other blue wavelengths. Then the next filter is blue filter. It allows only blue wavelengths to pass through, and it blocks red and green wavelengths. And there is one more, the fourth one, it is called as clear filter. It allows all wavelengths of visible light to pass through, and it provides the measurement of total light intensity. If you want only red, you can use red. You can configure the color sorter as red filter, green filter, blue filter, or clear filter. And what are the features of this color sorter? I told it has got many number of photodiodes. So total 8 by 8 array of photodiodes. 8 by 8 is 64. Total 64 photodiodes are there inside the color sorter. So with 16 photodiodes, 8 by 8 is 64. 4 sets, red, green, blue, and clear. So 64 divided by 4 is 16. 16 photodiode for each filter. 16 diode for photodiode for red, 16 photodiode for green, 16 photodiode for blue, and 16 photodiode for clear filter. So this is one of the feature. And it has got the programmable output frequency. What is this programmable output frequency? So whenever the reflected light from the object falls on the photodiode, so the color sorter has got 4 normal LEDs. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 normal LED. When LED emits the light, it will when it will fall on the object, and the reflected light, it is absorbed by the photodiode. The reflected light comes and it falls on the photodiode. What is the function of photodiode? It gets the light energy and converts it into electrical energy. And there is one current to frequency converter inside the color sorter. So this electrical energy, that current, it is converted into frequency using C2F converter. So, and the output of this total color sorter is square wave. It is square waveform, and this waveform, it is fed to the microcontroller, either Node MCU or Arduino Uno board. So that is called as the second feature. The second feature is it has got programmable output frequency. So it can output square wave with frequency. So it outputs the square wave. The square wave is having some frequency. That frequency is proportional to the intensity of the chosen color. So depends on the intensity of the color. So it gives the frequency. That is programmable output frequency. And the next feature is adjustable sensitivity. It has selectable output scaling, 100%, 20%, 2%, 2%. So which allows sensitivity adjustment. They are called as sensitivity adjustment. What is sensitivity adjustment? There is table here. So there are two pins on the color sorter, S0 and S1 pins. They are meant for sensitivity adjustment. If I make S0 and S1 both low, it goes into the power down mode. It will not detect any colors. So if I configure S0 and S1 as low and high, so 2% sensitivity is chosen, and high and low, 100% sensitivity, high and high, 20% sensitivity. What is 100% sensitivity? 100% sensitivity means it filters, they are all filters, red, green, blue, and clear filters. So it will detect even a weaker light. So even a weaker light comes and fall on the photodiode, it will detect that weaker light. So if you keep your sensitivity adjustment to 100% by making S0 and S1 high and low. So if you configure it as 20% sensitivity by making S0 and S1 as high and high, then it will be able to detect the moderate light. So it may not be able to detect the weaker light, weaker intensity of light. It will be able to detect the moderate intensity of the light. 100% means weaker light. 2% sensitivity if I keep, so it will be able to detect only high intensity of light. So it will not be able to detect the lower and the moderate intensity of light. If you want only the higher intensity of the light to be detected, then you make S0 and S1 as low. So this is about sensitivity adjustment. Then power supply. For this color sorter, we require 2.7 to 5.5 volts. So this is suitable for both Node MCU as well as Arduino Uno board. And it is compatible with most of the microcontrollers. And it has got wide dynamic range. So it accurately measures wide range of light intensity from very dark to very bright conditions by properly adjusting the sensitivity level using S0 and S1 pins. And what are the applications of color sorter? Since it detects the color, it can be used to detect the color of object by measuring the reflected light from the object. And it is used in automated system. If you want to sort the objects based on the color, we can use this color sorter sensor. And it is used in application where matching is required. For example, if you are doing painting for your house, if one can of paint is over, if you bring new can of a paint, if you want to match the same color, then you can use the color sorter. It is used to sense the ambient light conditions also, and it adjusts based on the ambient light condition, adjustment of display or lighting. So that can be done using color sensor. And it has got a S0 and S1 pin and S2 and S3 pin. S0 and S1, they are used to select the output frequency. And S2 and S3, that is output frequency. Just now I explained. So S2 and S3, and they are photodiode selection inputs, whether we should select a red array or a green array or blue or a clear filter array. And there is one pin output enable, it is active low pin. And there is one pin output, it is a frequency output. And there are two pins, one for VCC and another for a ground. This is about pin configuration. So when it detects the amount of light, for example, red, green, blue, and blue, then it sends, after receiving that signal, it converts the light energy into electrical energy. And there is current to frequency converter, which converts the current to frequency in the form of a square wave. And this square wave is sent to the microcontroller like Node MCU to understand which color it is seeing. So it has got a tiny sensors that are they are all sensitive to red, green, and blue light, and filters which allows only the wanted color, one color of a light, for example, red, green, or a blue. So after connecting it to the microcontroller using few wires, so then we will be able to sort the objects or depend on the color, so do some action that can be done. So with the help of this color sensor, we can detect the color. And in the previously explain in previous video, I have explained how to send the detected color to the ThingSpeak. So for later purpose, if you want to see what time which color object has arrived, so to check that, you can use the ThingSpeak channel. So you send the detected color to the ThingSpeak account. Okay, so to filter selection is done with the help of S2 and S3, I told. So S3 and S2, if both are low, red filter is selected. Low and high, blue filter is selected. High and low, clear filter is selected. If both are high, green filter is selected. So scaling already I have explained. Low, low, power down mode, low, high, 2% sensitivity, high, low, 100% sensitivity, high, high, 20% sensitivity. So in the program I have explained in that video. So you just check what sensitivity they have chosen in the program. So where S2 and S3 here. See here, S0 is high and S1 is high. They are making S0 high and S1 high. It means both are high. S0 and S1, if both are high, what is selected? 20% sensitivity selected. It will detect the moderate light. This is about S0 and S2 and S3. Next, S0 and S1. I'll show you. S0 and S1. S0 and S1, I'm making both high. So what is S0 and S1 when both are high, what it represents? So S0 and S1 both are high, it is 20% sensitivity. And S2 and S3. S2 and S3, they have made both low. S2 and S3 low means S2 and S3 both are low means, so it will be able to detect the red color. If you want to detect the blue color, make low and high. In this way, the color sensor works. And in the previous video, I have explained how with the help of three colors, blue, green, and red, and what is the value we'll get from the blue, green, and red color, and what is the threshold value we should keep. And the threshold value you can change, it depends on the color of the light. So that you can change it in your code. So this is all about explanation of color sensor.